Matthew called me before we started filming and said, I've got an idea for day 21. He said, are you still at your house? I said, no. He said, all right, well, I'm going to bring something from my house. He gets here. I said, what's the plan for day 21? And he said, we're going to wear a suit. And I brought you one.
As you can see from the fact that that button is fighting for its life over there.
You better shield your eyes because this thing is getting ready to fly off.
Yeah, for the sake of my black suit that I wear to all weddings and funerals, would you mind, very carefully? Yeah, just very carefully undoing that button. Oh,
all right,
man.
So Matthew, why am I wearing a slim fit suit?
Well,
why
it's not necessarily slim fit.
Well, it's slim fit on me. I can promise you that. I can promise you that.
Today, we're going to a funeral.
Whose?
The 21 days of prayer of 2026. No. This is the last day. Gosh, that button's fighting for its life too. Oh my goodness!
It's choking me.
Oh, there goes the mic. Oh, it's a disaster. This is supposed to be a somber.
It's choking me, bro.
Reflective time.
What's happening?
Do you need me to come over there and do CPR?
Now the mic doesn't work.
Oh,
Katie, help us.
It's an absolute disaster.
What's going on here?
You just got to put it up against the chair. Come on.
How?
Yeah, like that.
What's going on?
Like that. There we go.
I gotta get it. I can't breathe.
What a disaster.
Okay,
so
claustrophobia.
Now we can move on to the funeral of the 21 days of prayer for 2026. It's the last day. It's dead. It's dying. It's done. We're going to the funeral. But we don't want it to be the funeral for your prayer life in 2026.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you
all
like
right,
that?
Here we go.
You like that?
All right.
There we go.
Finally, you redeemed it.
Yeah. It took a minute and a couple buttons and mics falling, but we're here. We made it. We don't want your prayer life to die because you no longer have the content and the booklet to go through. There's no longer going to be a podcast released every day for you to watch. Now the prayer series is done, and we're about to transition into a series on Titus and relationships. And so now, guess what? I'm not praying anymore. So we're talking about the waiting room and how that's the end of that. Is there anything you learned specifically that you want to either remind us of, or something new that you learned about prayer and waiting to give us to kind of fuel our prayer life in the future?
Yeah, I think I just had to remind myself every day, waiting time is not wasted time. And that's the way I feel about waiting. But God's doing stuff in it. God's teaching me things. God's moving around me. God is orchestrating all the pieces together. And so if you're waiting, don't get discouraged about it. Don't feel like somehow the pause button has been hit in your life. Lean into it. Understand that God is doing and is working. It is not wasted. You might not see it right now, but there's purpose in it, and there's something that God is doing and teaching you in this moment.
I like that. It may not be that the pause button is pressed. It's also not that the fast forward button is pressed. It's not really sped up, maybe, but it doesn't mean it's stopped. It doesn't mean that that God's work has stopped. I like that. That's good. You talked a lot in day 21 about the whole why and asking that, what's God doing? What's he trying to teach me? Because we know the show isn't over. The movie's not over. Sure, it's not sped up necessarily, but it's still playing. The movie's still going.
So I in the text I wrote, this analogy. You I don't even know if you're old enough to understand this or know this, but back in the day when we had landlines, land phones.
The coiled phone cord. I know about that.
And so
barely, but I do.
You could only go a certain amount away from before the cord would stretch out.
Right.
And so that's what I originally wrote, but I feel like it's interesting that I'm wearing this 40 regular suit because the Hebrew word in Psalm 86 is, it feels like it.
I don't know exactly.
The Hebrew word for wait is kava, which means to stretch, which is what I'm doing to the waistband of these pants right now.
Let's hope it recovers.
Stretching. These are going to be loose fit pants the next time that you put those on.
That's popular these days, the baggy look.
Yeah. So waiting, it's what it does. It stretches you. It stretches your dependence on the Lord. It stretches your mind towards God. It's like why you would stretch in the gym or like doing yoga or Pilates or anything like that. Like stretching does something. It conditions your muscles and trains your muscles ultimately so that they can be strengthened. And so I wonder what we would benefit if we understood that the kavah, the weight here in the Hebrew in this text in Psalm 86 is actually building something in your life. It's producing something. God has a plan and a purpose even in the waiting. And so maybe I'm missing the why. Sometimes when we're waiting, we're like, I don't know why God is making me wait. I don't know why he would delay. It makes so much sense. Like it's not a selfish prayer. Like, why would he be waiting? Why would there be a delay in this? And I think there's so many other great questions that we need to be willing to ask ourselves in the midst of the wait as we're being stretched. Like, God, what are you trying to teach me? What area in my life do I need to grow? Where am I weak that this stretching is going to show me? Just like when you stretch your muscles or work out your muscles, you realize, ooh, man, like I'm obviously very weak in my arms, and which is good for me because if I was any bigger in my arms,
and that thing would be struggling.
This would be torn off of me.
Yeah.
And so I want to close with the challenge of: are you willing to ask the questions about, God, how do you want to stretch me? How do you want to see me grow? What am I missing? What do I need to confess? How do I need to change? How does my heart need to be realigned with yours? As we, hopefully, this is not the death, burial, and funeral of your prayer life at the end of 21 days. Hopefully, it's just kickstarting it. I love the way that Matthew describes it. He says, really, the most important day of the 21 days of prayer
Day 22.
is day 22.
Yeah, what you're going to do with it. Let me pause you right there and issue my own challenge, and then I'll let you pick back up. It's short and simple. Just write down something that you've prayed about in this waiting room series and keep it. So put it somewhere that you'll see it every day until December of 2026 and January of 2027, so that, because like you said, we're not pressing pause. Waiting room is not pause. It's still going. It might not be fast forwarded, but either way, God's still working. So write something down about the waiting room. Keep it somewhere where you will always see it for the rest of 2026. And then when it comes time for the 21 days of prayer 2027, you can look back and see how God was working throughout the year of 2026. So there's my quick little challenge. All right, back.
Yep.
Throw it back to you.
I like it. Let's be willing to ask the hard questions. Write it down. Make commitments to the Lord. Continue to move forward. The prayer line for today, it'd be a powerful prayer. It's a dangerous prayer, but the first line that I wrote is, Lord, would you show me my blind spots? Would you show me the places that I'm missing? And maybe that comes through his direction, through a text that you read, a word that is shared, a message that you listen to. Maybe it's a friend that loves you and cares for you and is willing to tell you the hard things, willing to help get you back on track, willing to help expose some things in your life that honestly might be a hindrance to you moving forward in your relationship with God and your prayer life going to another level. So think about that, man. Day 22 is tomorrow. There will be no podcast. The notebook will be done. That'll be a big test on day 22. I hope from Matthew and all of our team here at REVO, we hope these last 21 days has been helpful for you and challenged you. And if you spend the rest of the year in the waiting room in prayer, I hope that you can reference some of these texts and be encouraged and reminded that God is still moving. God is still bringing everything together for the good of those that love and trust him, that God has a plan and he's somebody that you can trust even during the waiting.